Yo, what up everybody, I'm Arctic, hope you're having a good day. Yesterday, Gun Interactive had an hour-long live stream going over the metagame for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Metagame is basically the customization part of the game, like the skill tree, the attribute points, leveling system, and all that stuff. This metagame may seem complicated or confusing at first because we're new to it, but I'm gonna break it down for you and explain everything. Hopefully after watching this video, it'll all be an easy peasy understanding. Now be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss anything on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's get it. Alright, first off, this big 20 right here is your overall accounts level. It's not how many times you escaped or anything else. This XP is for your accounts level, so reach 125,000 XP and they'll advance to level 21. And this tree currency right here are the skill points for the skill tree. So they have 150 skill points right here. Now you get these skill points by simply leveling up your overall account level. And to get XP to level up your account, you just play the game and escape, repair, win the close encounter battles, and all that stuff. You know how it goes, you level up, then you get points. Now over here, we got all the victims and family members. These numbers that's under their heads are their individual character level, which is somewhat separate from your account level. So to level up your characters, you don't necessarily have to play as a character. Now that may sound weird, but let me explain. To level up the character, you have to spend these skill points on the character's skill tree. Now each of these victims and family members has their own skill tree. So for example, if you want to level up Connie, you go into her skill tree, spend some of these skill points, and then she'll level up. Here's a small example of that. Right here, she's level 0. If you spend 2 of the skill points on her tree, she will advance to the next level. We'll get more into the skill tree later. Now here's why I said you don't necessarily have to play as a certain character to level them up. So let's say you used all these 150 skill points on Connie to get her to the max level. Level 10 is the max level for the victims, by the way. So you have 0 skill points left, but Connie is max level 10. And then you decide you want to try playing as Leland for once. Well, you can actually take away all your 150 skill points out of Connie and put them in Leland or anybody else and get them to max level instantly without ever playing as them. So the skill points you used on Connie are not permanent and you can regather your points back at any time, which is kind of cool. Or if you don't want to take out all that hard-earned skill points you got for Connie, you can either play as the level 0 Leland and gather back up 150 more skill points, then put them into Leland as you go. Or you can play as your max level Connie, accumulate an extra 150 skill points, then drop all those new points into Leland and he'll be max level without ever playing as him. One last thing about the levels, I was talking to Matt from Gun Interactive, the person that was on the live stream. Very nice guy, by the way, he's really cool. I asked him a question on Twitter and I said this: hey Matt, question about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If we're in the lobby selecting characters and let's say Anna gets picked, the character I wanted to use, can I go into Anna's tree, respec all the skill points from her, and quickly give them to a different character while in the lobby selecting character screen? And Matt said, in theory, yes, but that would take a lot of time you probably wouldn't have. You would have to unlock nodes in the new tree, then head to loadouts and assign them and the attribute points. It would be a pain in the ass. So yeah, if your character gets picked while in the multiplayer lobby screen, you can just take all your skill points out of them and swap them to a new character, which I think is pretty cool. But like he said, you might not have enough time, but who knows, you might have time if people keep lobby hopping for the character they want. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that's how you level them up. I've mentioned skill tree and skill points a lot, so let's get into the skill tree now. Alright, so here's the almighty Deku tree. Now as you can see, there are 3 branches splitting off to the left, middle, and right. And you can only pick one direction. So as you can see, they chose to go to the left, and the middle and right got cut off with these X's, so you can no longer go that way. Now to proceed and unlock stuff in the skill tree, you have to spend the skill points that you got from leveling up the account level. Now down here you can see that we have 150 skill points, Connie's level 0, and we need to spend 2 skill points to advance to the next level. Luckily for us, the first perk that they buy on the skill tree costs 2 skill points. Boom bada bing, level 1 baby. So it's pretty simple, just keep spending your skill points on the skill tree and that's how you level up. Now the things that he's buying off the skill tree are perks and attribute points. All these star icons you see here are attribute points, and all the other icons that are not the stars are perks. This is a perk over here, this is a perk, and this is a perk. So the only things you can buy off the skill tree are perks and attribute points. Now perks, they obviously help you in the game when you're playing, and these attribute points also help you in game too, but I'll explain and show you what they do later on when I get to it. Alright, more about the skill tree right now. There are forks in a road. Similar to the beginning of the tree, you have to pick a direction, the other path will be cut off. Also, before you pick a direction, you can go ahead and read the perks on both sides, and whichever side has a perk you want, or if you're hungry for more attribute points, you go ahead and choose that side. Now these question marks right here, this puts a little spin on the skill tree. First of all, these random perks cost at least 3 skill points, and basically it just gives you a random perk. It can be different for everybody, not everybody will get the same perk. So moving on up the tree, you'll encounter more forks in the road. You pick the side you want to go, it'll cut off the other side, and then finally you make it to the top. So once you made it to the top, Going back down here to the level, you can see that we got 101 points left. We spent a total of 49 points. And right here, we just need to spend at least 1 more point to spend a total of 50 points. And that'll get us to max level 10. So there you go. It seems like you need to spend at least 50 skill points to reach the max level. So now let's say you made the wrong choice of picking the left side of the tree, or you want to see what stuff is on the other side of the tree. Well, you can do that. All you gotta do is click on this respec button and it'll refund you all your 50 skill points back. And now you can go up the middle path, unlock all those perks and attribute points, and once you made it to the top of that one, you can respec all your points back, then go to the right side of the tree and see what's up there. Now a cool thing about respecing your points, if that's a word, is that after you go up the tree once and you respec your points back, the outline of the perks and attribute points will still be visible. So once you go up each branch of the tree and respec your points back, you can then study each tree branch and see which path is best for you. Now moving on, let's talk about all the perks and the attribute points that we just got from choosing the side of the tree we went up. Even though you unlocked all them perks, you can't use all of them at the same time. So that brings us to here, the loadout page. So this first icon right here is a unique character ability. We don't need to worry about that right now, but these other 3 icons are perks. You cannot change the unique ability, but you can change the perks. So once you click on the perks, this page will pop up, and the perks that will be available for you to choose from are all the perks you just bought from the skill tree. So we have all these perks right here because we went up the left side of the skill tree. If we went up the middle or the right side of the skill tree, then these perks will be gone and these perks down here will be available to us. You get me? So that just shows how many different type of builds you can do with one character. One more thing about the perks, each perk can be leveled up 3 times, and to level up the perk, you just have to be using them in the game. And so leveling up the perk enhances that perk. For example, we got this one. Holding a key item, the fuse or valve, highlights the location it can be used for 40 seconds. And then level 3 does the same thing, but for 100 seconds. Alright, now time for the attribute points that we got from the skill tree. It seems like we collected 30 for making it to level 10 on the skill tree. And what you do with these points is you put them in any of these attributes you want and level them up. So here's an example. He already used 19 of his attribute points. He put 6 in toughness, 13 in endurance, and he has 11 left to spend in anywhere else he wants to. You can do anything you want really. You can put all 30 points in strength and then she'll be a freaking beast for stunning the family members and the best at picking locks. And so yeah, that's what you do with the perks and attribute points. You use them here. Also up here you can have 5 different loadouts for each character. So loadout 1 you can have like all endurance perks or whatever with all your attribute points into endurance, and that can be like loadout 1. Then you can quickly switch to loadout 2 by clicking RT or LT and have a whole different build of the same character. This is really nice because you can have like one build that's good for going up against Johnny, for an example. Or if you have a better build for going up against the cook, you can switch to your loadout 2 really quick, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so we're almost done, but we got one last thing to talk about, and that's the unique character ability. In this case, we have Connie here, and her ability is called Focus. When you use this ability in-game, it makes it so you can pick a lock almost instantly. But the thing is, with every character's ability, you can modify it. So you just click on this, the modify button, and then it takes you to this page. Now it's pretty simple. You can level up your ability up to 3 times, and you start off at the base level, which is just your normal ability. Then to achieve level 1 of your ability, you just simply go left, up, or right. You can only choose one direction, similar to the skill tree. And depending on which way you go, that'll decide which way you can go for level 2. So let's just say we went up to the right. After that, to achieve level 2, we can either go left this way or up this way. We can no longer get the perk that's on the left side. Now let's say for level 2 we went left this way, we end up right here in the middle, and to get to level 3 from here, you can either go left, up, or right. It's pretty simple. All you gotta do is just follow these branches, and whichever way the branches go, that's the way you can go. Also, similar with the skill tree, you can respec your points back here too, and that just means you can monkey around and choose different routes to play with, you know what I'm saying? So nothing's really permanent. Also, something I want to point out, I don't think you will have access to these 3 levels once you have 3 skill points to spend in here. I think you have to reach a certain spot on the skill tree / the character level to unlock these ability levels. So for example, let's say I get to level 4 on the skill tree with Connie, and then maybe level 1 will open up, and then I can select one of these. Then to reach level 2, maybe I have to be level 7 on the skill tree with Connie, and then level 2 might open up. Then probably you have to get to max level 10 on the skill tree, and then level 3 will open up for your ability tree. Not too sure on that, I'm just speculating right there, but I think that's how it might work. Or who knows, maybe you have access to all of this right from the very beginning. Alright, to sum it all up really quick, you level up your account to get these skill points. Then you use all your skill points on the skill tree for the character you want, and by doing so you unlock perks and attribute points here. And after unlocking the perks and attribute points from the skill tree, you then come to your loadout, select your perks you want, and use use all your attribute points here. Also remember, all the skill points you use on someone's tree that's not permanent, you can respec those points at any time you want and put them into any other character. So you can respec all your points from Connie, she will then be level 0, and then you can put them all into Johnny, and then Johnny will be level 10 instantly. Then you select the perks from Johnny's tree, equip them, and fill up his attribute points. And lastly, you can level up each character's unique ability tree as well. Alright, I think that's everything. I'm out of here. Smack the like button if this helped you out, and subscribe, ring the bell icon so notified every time we upload a brand new video. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.